I think our fathers and mothers spoke so much, and they didn't leave anything for us to say. So you have Generation X, you want that carry the purpose, and they were from a Nigerian perspective. I won't take it from you, global, from a Nigerian perspective. They were the one who fought for independence. They were the one who fought for this, and they suffered so much because they spoke so much.
Okay.
And that's not the background to get record. And then so they gave it to us, the millennial, and they're like, guy, I suffered, though I fought Biafra war. I know what happened. Keep your mouth shut. Doesn't concern you. You've got to be alive to be able to do. We've got to have a generation that can prolong our days. We've got to have, so you understand that they were quite protective of us. So the culture of silence was not because they loved themselves so much. It's because they feel they loved us so much, and they didn't want us to face what they face. For people like us that I didn't want to say I grew up in a dysfunctional home. So I grew up with my dad without my mom. And so I tend to understand that I didn't have to say so much because my dad was going to be the one to look out for me. Do you understand? He's going to be the one to tell me I need to go to school, I need to get grades for school, I need to look into my books, he wants me to be great, but there's no one need to be seen. He wants to be the one who is showing up for me. So I learned at a very young age that I didn't have to struggle for anything.
Okay.
I didn't have to fight to have what I want because our own fathers, the Generation X, felt they suffered so much
For talking too much.
for talking too much. They didn't want us to suffer. So they feel they are invested so much in the nation, they have done too much. So they just want us to reap the fruits of what they have labored for.
Okay, so what you're saying now is they suffered so much because they spoke. Now they gave us that culture of silence, not to speak. You understand? You should be seen and not heard, so that we don't suffer like they suffer. So are you saying this culture of silence started with us?
Yeah. Okay, so if you look at this from a Nigerian perspective, you cannot take it from a global perspective, from a Nigerian perspective. You will see that, okay, let me very good example. Someone like General Gowon, for example, was not yet 30. I think it was about 30 years when he became the president of Nigeria. And you can look at his circle. Everyone in his circle were around that age.
Okay. Yeah.
So take a right guess from that generation to our own generation. How many people would you see in power that are at that age right now? Even from 1990 now. So the idea, yes, is just one perspective to say they suffered so much for talking. They wanted us to enjoy the benefit of what they have fought for because they spoke. And the first attitude or the force or the reaction of a parent for their generation is to protect their own offspring. So when they are saying you don't have to speak, yes, there's a cultural aspect to it, but there is also a productive, a consequence aspect to it because this is where we are coming from. The Biafran War was about that in 4 years, 66 to 70, and then you have 70 to 80. Millennials started from 81, 82, thereabout. So those generations saw, I want to use word hell. They saw a lot.
So fire.
They saw fire. They saw fat. I see my dad telling me saying, see, I don't want you to experience the things that I experience. I don't know if you have that experience. I don't know if you see your grandma telling you that. Saying, see, I saw hell. I almost joined the army. I almost went to the war front. I almost did this. I don't want you to go through that. You want to just go to school, get an education, be whatever you want to be, and take care of your younger ones and take care of me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the culture of silence, yes, from a tradition perspective, is not a 100% African tradition.
Okay.
It's there is a between respect and silence. If you look at the Yoruba culture, the Yoruba history, you will see that there's like you have a parliament, for example. The king is not the all-knowing, he's not the all-powerful. There's a parliament, a council of chiefs that consult with him on what to do. There is this culture of deliberation. There is this culture of taking action. So I would not completely say that the silence is a an 100% cultural thing.
Okay.
I think from our millennial, from a Nigerian perspective, it is a consequence. Consequence meaning that, okay, so this is what happened to the generation X. Generation Y, they go here, don't go through it. You don't have to fight for everything. You can actually build. And then the mistake we all made was to then went back into our comfort zone and say, oh, this is nice. This is a good place for me. Go and look at many of us who are millennials now. Many people are riding on the glory of their fathers. We can begin to look at it one by one. But like he said, the Gen Zs are saying, guys, I'm going to chart my own path. I had to force myself to, for example, go to University of London. My dad wanted me to go to University of Lagos. One way street between here and my mom. I didn't want to come to University, but the way my friends are, where I can come and jive. I said, okay, fine. If you're not going to have it your way or my way, I'll go somewhere else that people don't have. And that takes somebody who is not conforming to the stereotype.